Now the next insect of medical importance is the Culex pipiens. Its common name is common house mosquito, which is seen commonly in our houses, or it is also called as the northern house mosquito. If we talk about distribution, Culex pipiens, it is widely distributed in different parts of the world, and it have the two subspecies. One is the Culex pipiens, which is most commonly found in the temperate region, whereas another subspecies, that is the Culex pipiens fatigans, it is seen in the tropical areas. Now this Culex fatigans, that is morphologically uniform, means the variation in morphology is not seen in these fatigans, whereas the Culex pipiens show large number of morphological variation when it is found in the different parts of the world. Now coming to the biology. In biology, first of all, we will study the morphology, and then we will study the its life cycle. Morphology, if we talk about morphology, the Culex pipiens is another mosquito, so and it belong to insecta. So the body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. Let's see the diagram from the Modern's book. This is the diagram. So this Culex mosquito, the body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. The thoracic region that bears a pair of wings and 3 pairs of legs. The body is much stouter in case of the Culex than the Aedes mosquito and the Anopheles mosquito, and the legs, they don't show any kind of the coloration or any kind of the spots, whereas the wings, they also don't show any kind of the spots. We are talking about spots because the next mosquito, that is the Aedes, that shows white stripes and spots over the body. So here the body is uniform with a dark brown or black color, and the legs are much stouter. Now the maxillary pulps, which were very much clear in case of our Anopheles mosquito, these maxillary pulps are very small, that's why we are not able to see them. ठीक है, बिल्कुल इनकॉन्सिक्वेंस से छोटे छोटे हमारे मैक्सिलरी पाल्स होते हैं यहाँ पे, जो हमें अभी क्लियर नहीं हो रहे. द माउथ पार्ट्स आर पाइट्सिंग एंड सकिंग. सो जितने भी हमारे मॉस्किटोज हैं, सभी के माउथ पार्ट्स जो है वो हमारे पाइट्सिंग और सकिंग ही होते हैं. द बॉडी इज सिलेंड्रिकल एंड इट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4 to 10 mm long. The thorax that bears one pair of wings and another pair of wings is modified into halter. जितने भी आपके मॉस्किटोज या आपकी फ्लाइज होंगे विच कम अंडर डिप्टेरा ऑर्डर, दे ऑल हैव ओनली सिंगल पेयर ऑफ विंग्स एंड अनदर पेयर इज मॉडिफाइड इनटू बैलेंसिंग ऑर्गन कॉल्ड एज द halter. Now a very important thing which differentiate the Culex mosquito from the Anopheles is that the sitting position. When the Culex that rest on a substrate, the body is kept approximately parallel to the substrate. ठीक है, जहां पर भी resting position में बैठेंगे, the body lie approximately parallel to the substratum, whereas in case of the Anopheles, the body that lies at an angle that is approximately 45 degree. So you can see when these are sitting, you can easily differentiate between the two, that is the Anopheles and the Culex mosquito. Now coming to the life cycle. So the life cycle of adult Culex is also similar to that of the Anopheles, but there are some of the differences which we can easily see between the life cycle of the Culex and the Anopheles. So this is the life cycle. The adult जिस तरह से एनोफ्लिस में होता है, बिल्कुल वैसे ही क्यूलेक्स भी जो फीमेल है वो एग लेइंग से पहले, मेटिंग से पहले जो है वो ब्लड मील लेती है, whereas the males they feed on the plant saps. The eggs are laid in the form of the raft or in the form of the group. एक ग्रुप के फॉर्म में, क्लच के फॉर्म में जो एग लेइंग होती है, जबकि आपका जो एनोफ्लिस था उसमें एग लेइंग सिंगली हो रही थी. दिस इज द डायग्राम. This is the life cycle of the Anopheles and this is the life cycle of the Culex. This is the egg of the Anopheles which is being laid singly, and this is a single egg which is cigar shaped, and in case of the Culex the eggs are laid in a clutch. Clutch is what? Clutch is a group of eggs, and the egg that is tapering at one end. Next stage is the larva. Now the larva, दोनों के लार्वा भी आप देखने से आप इसको इजीली डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. द लार्वा ऑफ द एनोफ्लीज व्हेन इट इज प्रेजेंट और व्हेन इट इज स्विमिंग, द बॉडी इज केप्ट और बॉडी इज अलाइंड पैरेलल टू द वाटर सरफेस. ये वाटर सरफेस है, वाटर सरफेस के साथ बिल्कुल पैरेलल अपनी बॉडी को अलाइन करता है. जबकि इन केस ऑफ द क्यूलेक्स, द लार्वा दैट अलाइन इट्स बॉडी obliquely to the water surface, keeping its respiratory siphon. This structure of the larva is the respiratory siphon, which is kept on the upper side and towards the surface of water, whereas here we have a very small respiratory siphon. So respiratory siphon is also larger in size, and the position of the body, that is also different from that of the Anopheles mosquito. The head is towards the water, and here the head and the entire body that lie parallel to the surface of the substrate or surface of the water. Next is the pupa. pupa दोनों का ही हमें देखने के लिए भी सिमिलर लग रहा है. pupa में जो बॉडी है that is aligned just below the water surface. Now the next is the after pupa the adult that emerges. ठीक है, pupa के बाद जो आपका adult जो वो emerge कर जाता है. Now next is the medical importance. The Culex that spreads a number of diseases, or it acts as a vector for the number of diseases. It is an ectoparasite that feeds on the blood. So the first disease which is being carried by this Culex is the filariasis. So filariasis is being transmitted by Culex pipiens, quinquefatiasis, and it is the two types of filariasis which is being transmitted. One is the Bancroftian filariasis, which is caused by the Wuchereria bancrofti. It is a nematode. We have studied its entire life cycle and morphology earlier, and it is more seen in the tropical and subtropical region of the world. The second type of filariasis is the Brugian filariasis, which is caused by another nematode called as the Brugia malae, and it is also called as the Malian filaria. So these are the two types of the filariasis which are being spread by the Culex mosquito. Another disease is encephalitis. Encephalitis is being carried or being spread by the Culex Tritenionicus. It is also known as the causative agent is of the Flavivirus family, and it belongs to the Togaviridae. So this disease, it is seen more in the West Asian parts of the, including the India also. So the next is the West Nile fever. The West Nile fever, this is being spread with the virus Flaviviridae family, the virus that belong to Flaviviridae family. The primary host of this West Nile virus is actually the birds, but they also make the human as their host through the mosquito, that is the Culex mosquito. And the symptoms of this West Nile fever, they are milder in many of the humans, but some of the humans, the symptoms become very much prominent, very much severe, and it causes the encephalitis or the meninginitis. Now, if we talk about the control measures, the control measures are similar in all the mosquitoes. The control measures which are effective for the Anopheles are equally effective for the control of the Culex mosquito. Now, the next mosquito is Aedes mosquito. It is also called as the yellow fever mosquito. It is widely distributed in different parts of the world, including the tropical and subtropical regions, whereas there are some regions where it has been not reported, such as the Iran Peninsula of Arabia and the Australia. There are three main species of Aedes mosquito, that is the Aedes aegypti, Aedes albopictus, and the Aedes cabellus. So coming to the biology of the mosquito, first is the morphology. Morphology, students, the morphology will be quite similar in case of the all the three mosquitoes, because these are mosquitoes, so all will have the piercing and sucking type of the mouth parts. All have the body is divided into head, thorax, abdomen, have single pair of wings, and 3 pairs of the legs are there. Now, how we can differentiate the Aedes from the Culex and the Anopheles mosquito? When the Aedes mosquito, when it rests its body, the body is slightly tilted downward, right? Whereas in case of Culex, the body was aligned parallel to the substratum, and in case of Anopheles, the body was kept at an angle of approximately 45 degree. So by their sitting position, the variation in the sitting position, we can differentiate between the three types of mosquito, that is the Anopheles, Culex and the Aedes mosquito. One more thing about the Aedes mosquito is that the body that show a white band over its body and the legs. The body is dark grayish black in color and very clear bands are seen over the entire body. Taxonomic position is similar to all the other mosquitoes, that is they belong to the Culicidae family, genus is Aedes and this subspecies is the species is the Aegypti. Now coming to the life cycle. So life cycle, this is the diagram of the life cycle. Here the female that takes the blood meal before the copulation and will lay eggs. So the eggs are being laid singly. सिर्फ क्यूलिक्स के केस में जो था वो एग्स जो है वो क्लच में ले हो रहे थे, बाकी आपका जो एनोफ्लीज है चाहे आपका एडीज हो, एग्स जो है वो सिंगली ले होंगे एंड द एग्स आर ओवल इन शेप. द एग्स दे हैच, दे विल हैच एंड गिव राइज टू द लार्वा. ठीक है. अब लार्वा जो है इसमें भी बॉडी जो है वो दैट इज पोजिशन वर्टिकली डाउनवर्ड एंड द रेस्पिरेटरी साइफन इज केप्ट above towards the surface of the water. ठीक है. तो ये इसका रेस्पिरेटरी साइफन जो है वो सिमिलर है क्यूलिक्स के जैसे, लेकिन उतना ज्यादा लॉन्ग नहीं. द लॉन्गेस्ट रेस्पिरेटरी साइफन दैट बिलोंग टू द क्यूलिक्स. नाउ द लार्वा दे विल undergo the next phase of the life cycle, that is the pupa. तो pupa जो है सभी के pupa approximately हमें similar लग रहे हैं and the pupa after some time will form the adults. Now this dotted structure actually is showing the striations or the white bands which are present in the legs and the body bear and the legs that bear the prominent white bands. Now coming to the medical importance. And the medical importance, this Aedes mosquito is a early morning or the late afternoon biter and it causes the different types of the disease or it transmits the different types of the disease to the human and other animals also. The Aedes aegypti, it is the causative agent of the yellow fever or the hemorrhagic fever. Now this yellow fever that is caused by a virus which belongs to the Toguviridae family. It includes the symptoms like headache, jaundice, muscle pain, vomiting, fatigue and the damage to the liver. So the skin that become yellowish in color, that's why the fever is called as the yellow fever. Next is the Aedes calavis and the Aedes circummeteorolus that causes the Rift Valley fever. This Rift Valley fever is caused by the Rift Valley virus and it is again caused by a single-stranded RNA genus belonging to the flebovirus. Now this disease that have the symptom which is similar to that of the yellow fever, but it is more severe because it causes inflammation in the brain tissue. Now the next is the dengue virus. The dengue is caused by the Aedes genus and most commonly the Aedes aegypti and sometimes Aedes albopictus that also carry the dengue virus. Now Aedes albopictus, it is most prominently found in the Asian subcontinent, so here it spread the dengue virus. Now the dengue virus that belong to the genus Flavivirus, this have an incubation period of the 3 to 14 days and it causes the symptom like muscle pain, joint pain and the hemorrhages also occurs. It is also called as the breakbone fever. Breakbone fever, why it is called so? Because it result in very severe pain in the bones. ठीक है. तो बोन्स में बहुत ज्यादा दर्द होता है, इसलिए इस फीवर को ब्रेक बोन फीवर भी हम बोलते हैं. नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज द Aedes aegypti. Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus, they are also known to transmit another disease called as the chikungunya. The chikungunya, it is being spread by the Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus and it is also caused by a virus which is under the Toguviridae family. Now this is more severe. Chikungunya is more dangerous than the dengue. It also shows the symptoms like dengue, but the joint pain here is more severe. ज़्यादा जो joint pain है वो ज़्यादा severe होती है. Now, the next disease which is being carried by the Aedes aegypti and albopictus is the Zika virus. Zika virus, it is also a single-stranded virus which is belonging to the family Flaviviridae. Now, this is also similar to dengue, but its effect are milder to the humans. So, students, you have to learn all the diseases which are being transmitted by these मॉस्किटोज. सब तीनों के तीनों मॉस्किटोज, चाहे आपके वो एनोफ्लीज हो, क्यूलेक्स हो, एडीज हो, तीनों के तीनों मॉस्किटोज कौन कौन से डिजीजेस ट्रांसमिट करते हैं, हमें ये अच्छे से लर्न करना है. नाउ टॉकिंग टू द कंट्रोल मेजर आर सिमिलर टू दैट ऑफ द एनोफ्लीज. अगर आप एनोफ्लीज के लर्न कर लेंगे तो तीनों में ही वही कंट्रोल मेजर्स होंगे, बिकॉज द ब्रीडिंग हैबिट्स आर सिमिलर. सो वी हैव टू अवॉइड एक्चुअली द स्टेगनेंट वाटर टू कंट्रोल द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ द मॉस्किटो. Now, the next and the last insect of medical importance is the Xenopsylla. Xenopsylla is also called as the tropical rat flea or the oriental rat flea. Talking about the distribution of the oriental rat flea, it is cosmopolitan, that is, it is seen in the most of the parts of the world, and the primary host is the rat. So, this Xenopsylla, it is actually a nudicolous parasite, that is, it is found in the nest of the host, that is the rat, and it attaches to the host only during the blood sucking. So it is nudicolous, so it lives in the houses, that is the host nest, in the clothing or the beds or the couches, and it is a blood sucking animal, and also like the anopheles and the culex and the Aedes mosquito, during blood sucking it will add a anticoagulant in the host body. जितने भी आपके ये blood sucking animals हैं, सभी के सभी एक anticoagulant जो है वो अपने host की blood में डाल देते हैं, so that they can have a continuous supply of the blood. Now, coming to the biology of the Xenopsylla. So, first is the morphology. The body, this is the diagram showing the body. The body of the Xenopsylla is laterally compressed, and it is an insect, but it is a wingless insect. So, the body is divided into three parts, that is the head, thorax and the abdomen. The thoracic region, it bears the three pairs of the legs, and the mouth parts are the piercing and the sucking. The mosquitoes, they also have the piercing and the sucking type of the mouth parts, and this rat flea or the oriental rat flea, that also have the piercing and sucking type of the mouth part. Now, the male and female, they show a clear sexual dimorphism. In case of the female, we have at the posterior end spermatheca, a structure, hook-like structure is seen over at the posterior region, which is meant to store the sperms which the female that gets during the copulation. Whereas if this is a male, then the male shows the external, this is the male actually, which shows the complex external genitalia at the posterior region. Now, the body is approximately 4.5 mm long. Now, the larva of this Xenopsylla, that also feed on the blood of their host. One more thing, the thoracic region have the bristles over its surface. Here the very strong or very thick bristles are seen over the thoracic region. These are called as the combs, and the eyes are the compound eyes. जितने भी आपके insects हैं, सब में eyes जो होती है compound eyes होती है, और prominent antenna भी present होते हैं. तो आपके जो mosquitoes हैं उनमें भी जो eyes हैं वो compound eyes है. Compound eyes, you all know that the insects, they have the compound eyes. ठीक है, आपने ये फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ा भी है. Ommatidium is the single unit of the compound eye. Now, classification, it belongs to the family Pulicidae, and the genus is the Xenopsylla, and the species is the Cheops. Now, coming to the life cycle, the female that prefers to lay the eggs in the temperature between 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. This is the diagram showing the life cycle. The female that takes a blood meal before egg laying, and after the copulation, the female that start laying eggs between 1 to 2 days, and eggs are being laid singly in the nest of the host, and the female lay approximately 40 to 50 eggs per day. Now these eggs, after 1 to 2 days, they will form the another stage of life cycle, that is the larva. The larva that will undergo 3 modes. The larva is worm like. लार्वा जो है बिल्कुल भी अडल्ट से मिलता नहीं है और ये वॉर्म लाइक होता है. दिस इज आईलेस, दैट मीन्स इट डोंट हैव द आईज एंड इट डोंट हैव द legs also, it is legless also. So ये जो आपको structures नजर आ रहे हैं, these are the actually the bristles which are present over the body. These are not the legs. ठीक है, ये bristles पूरी body में present है, legs नहीं होती इसमें. Now the larval stage. The larval stage normally अगर normal conditions है तो 7 to 21 days में ये आपका next stage में convert हो जाता है, that is the pupa. But during the unfavorable condition, the larval stage they may be prolonged up to 200 days. आपका लार्वा कंडीशन काफी लॉन्ग टाइम तक चलती है और लार्वा दैट ऑल्सो टेंड टू फीड ऑन द डेट्रिटस एंड द फेसेस ऑफ द अडल्ट. ठीक है, ये भी आपके नेस्ट में ही रहेगा और जो डेट्रिटस है आपके अडल्ट के या फेसेस है उसी को फीड करेगा. Now, during the favorable conditions, whenever the favorable conditions they arrives, the larva that undergo the next stage of the life cycle, that is the pupa. Now, the pupa, how the pupa will be formed? This larva will start spinning a cocoon. जिस तरह से सिल्क वॉर्म में कोकून फॉर्म होता है, वैसे लार्वा जो अपने आसपास एक कोकून फॉर्म कर लेगा और कोकून में फिर आप इसकी नेक्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ साइकिल जो है वो हमें देखने को मिलेगी, दैट इज दी pupa. Now, this pupa that can also remain in a diapause for a brief period if the conditions are favorable, and if the conditions are unfavorable, then this pupa stage is also being prolonged to approximately 1 year. ये भी आपके काफी लंबे समय तक जो है वो इस स्टेज में रहता है अगर कंडीशंस फेवरेबल नहीं है तो. ठीक है, मीन्स ये डायपॉज में रहेगा, मीन्स द रेस्टिंग स्टेज और वी कैन से द इनएक्टिव स्टेज, डायपॉज स्टेज जो होती है उसमें ये रहेगा. Now whenever the conditions are favorable, the pupa that undergo metamorphosis and being converted into the next stage of life cycle, this is the adult. Now this all the insects they are holometabolous. जो हमने मॉस्किटो स्टडी किए और जो हमने ज़ीलोपसाइला स्टडी किया, ये सभी के सभी होलोमेटाबॉलिक इंसेक्ट्स हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज द होलोमेटाबॉलिक इंसेक्ट्स आर दोज इंसेक्ट्स विच शोज द ऑल द 4 स्टेजेस ऑफ लाइफ साइकिल, दैट इज द एग, लार्वा, प्यूपा एंड द अडल्ट. And if we talk about the complete life cycle is very long, approximately more than 1 year. Now coming to the medical importance. So we will see the medical importance from the Modest book because it is better given there. This is the diagram of the Xenopsylla. ये भी देख लेते हैं थोड़ा सा. Xenopsylla का डायग्राम काफी डिटेल में यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. So this is the head, thorax, abdomen region. These are the bristles called as the combs which are present in the thoracic region. The eyes, the antenna, and these are the mouth parts, piercing and sucking mouth parts, and these are the legs. Now let me tell you that the legs of the insects they have the 5 parts. हमेशा legs में 5 parts ही होते हैं. This is the coxa, this is trochanter, femur, tibia and tarsus. ठीक है, तो कोई भी इंसेक्ट्स होंगे उनके लेग्स में यही 5 पार्ट्स होंगे और यही 5 पार्ट्स जो है वो फिर वेरियसली मॉडिफाइड होते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द हैबिट्स ऑफ द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द इंसेक्ट्स. नाउ द मेडिकल इंपॉर्टेंस, दिस इज वेक्टर ऑफ द डिजीज कॉल्ड एज द प्लेग. ठीक है, तो प्लेग जो है वो ये जो आपकी रैट फ्लीज है यही प्लेग को जो है वो स्प्रेड करती है. नाउ द प्लेग इज कॉज्ड बाय द Yersinia pestis, which is a bacteria. It is also the host for the different types of the tapeworms such as the Hymenolapis diminuta and Hymenolapis nana. ठीक है, तो ये वाले दोनों जो आपके tapeworms हैं ये भी ट्रांसमिट करती है ये rat flea to the different types of the other animals. It is also a vector of the Rickettsia provaziki, which is a bacteria, and this causes the murine typhus fever. बच्चों ये जो Xenopsylla है और आपका जो पैडिकुलस है वो आपने दोनों अच्छे से लर्न करना है क्योंकि मॉस्किटोज तीनों एक जैसे ही होते हैं. मॉस्किटोज के ऊपर क्वेश्चन जो है वो बहुत कम आता है. ज्यादातर जो क्वेश्चन इस चैप्टर में आएगा वो आपको Xenopsylla के ऊपर आएगा या आपको जो है पेडिकुलस के ऊपर आएगा, ठीक है। तो इसकी मेडिकल इंपॉर्टेंस और मॉर्फोलॉजी भी आपने ध्यान से करनी है, बिकॉज मॉस्किटोज दे all the three mosquitoes, they show the similar type of morphology, whereas the morphology of Xenopsylla and the pediculus, that is entirely different. So this is all about our chapter. With this, our chapter that comes to an end. Thank you.